What's going on, people? This is Shy here. It's Other Rebel Society, and today is we're going to do another one of my creative collabs for Christmas. I was trying to do 10 of them, but I don't think that's going to happen. So today I'm actually sitting with my guy Javon Callier. Is that how you say it?
Callier, my guy.
Callier?
Yes, sir.
Somebody else say Callier.
No, sir.
Callier.
There you go.
All right. So we got my man. So matter of fact, tell people what you do.
Like you said, my name is Javon. I am the owner of Cooking with Boy and half of the owners of Catering with the Calliers. I do pop-ups, catering, event dinners, banquets, the whole nine. We do it.
All right. So I met you probably about 2 years ago when you and Brittany first started dating. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, who is this nigga? Like, yeah, just cause I saw y'all cooking. I'm like, yo, she rarely showed the guys that she was talking to. I'm like, so I was like, this shit must be serious.
Yeah.
But Brittany's like a little sister to me, so I like, you know.
You and L gave me the hardest time, bro.
That was more L. I was like, yo, what's good? Like, I was chilling. But L definitely gave you a hard time.
Definitely.
Yeah. But then, you know, you came around, oh, you cool ass dude, yeah. So I told El this, like, it was like probably like a couple of months ago, like right after y'all wedding, we came over there like a Friday night. We was all just kind of talking and politicking for like 3-4 hours. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
I was cool with you at first, and I was like, oh, I really fuck with this nigga. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah,
same thing. I was like, oh, light bulb. I fuck with them. They should come around more. Definitely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I definitely want to make sure I just told you that. So, so cooking. How'd you get started with cooking?
I think almost like every black male starts. My grandma.
Okay.
I was about 6 or 7, and she would just have me come in the kitchen. She used to always bake. All our family functions, she's cooked. So I used to help her cook breakfast. And then it escalated over time. Then she passed when I was like 13. So then from like 13 to 15, I stopped for a bit.
Okay.
But yeah. But definitely my grandma, she got me started.
Okay. Definitely. So when did you know that you kind of want to make it like a career?
Always, bro. Like
really?
in 4th grade, it was a story I used to have. My 4th grade teacher name was Miss Belinsky at Suburban Park, and we were doing fractions. And I would tell her, ask me the questions for the fractions because I want to be a chef and I need to know my measurements. So it was situations like that.
You said that in the 4th grade?
Yes.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Okay. I still don't know fractions.
Yeah. So it was always from that point that I knew that I wanted to become a chef because she always did it around me, and just the joy that I saw that she brought to people just from cooking. Like, yeah, I definitely want to do that.
Okay. Are you like self-taught, or are you like you went to like culinary school?
So I consider myself self-taught. When I got into high school, I took culinary arts, and that's how I met one of my mentors, Dedra Blunt from Now You Cooking.
Yeah.
That's how I met her. So she was my culinary 1 and 2 teacher. In high school, I was actually supposed to do competitions with TCC and both Johnson's and Wells, but that's the same year that Johnson's and Wells left Norfolk and went into North Carolina. So tuition went up, and I just went, nah.
So there's culinary competition?
Yeah, definitely.
I know it's like the cooking shows and all that stuff, like what's the Iron Chef and all that type of shit, but.
So yeah, the culinary scene, especially with TCC, like you have something called ProStart. ProStart is a certificate for like culinary. Okay. So they have competitions as well as testing to be certified by ProStart, as well as you can do cooking competitions to get scholarships to go towards schools. So she was definitely in the scene, especially because she was an instructor and a professor, both at Johnson's and Will and Culinary Institute of Virginia. She had her hands in there, so she would give us those opportunities to compete.
Dope. So what do you feel like is your specialty when it comes to cooking? Because I know the 2 things that I love that you make is, first, you made the best Old Bay wings I've ever had in my life. Them shits was hitting. And I had your crab cake, and I'm like, yo, this shit is awesome.
Yeah. You know, I don't try to be the best at one particular thing. I feel like cooking at its root is an art, so I try to be well-rounded in everything that I do.
Right.
But something that I'm trying to focus in on and hone in on is soul food.
Okay.
As crazy as it sounds.
Why is that?
Because
I would think that all black people have that's like our first gear is like soul food when it comes to cooking.
It is, right?
Yeah.
But not a lot of black cooks are proud of that, right? Because when you go to culinary school, the base principle for culinary is French cuisine. That's what they teach you in school, right? Yeah. They teach you French cuisine in school, and you do tours around the world, but you never talk about Southern food and soul food.
There ain't no tours going to like Alabama,
Exactly.
Mississippi, and
right, right. Nobody know to make you cook grandma and collard greens.
Right, right.
So that's something I definitely over the past 3 years I've been trying to study more on and just like learn how to better present soul food.
Okay.
Because soul food, how we see it, is not very pleasing to look at, but it's good.
That's true.
Right.
Nobody really plates soul food well.
Exactly.
They just throw a whole bunch of shit on the plate and then like, all right, here you go. It's going to be great though.
Right. So I feel as though I definitely want to bring a little bit of fine dining in with soul food, change the presentation. And me and Brittany actually were talking about this, the difference between Southern and soul food.
What's the difference?
Honestly, this is just an open conversation.
Yeah.
We feel as though Southern cuisine is soul food, but whitewashed.
I can see that. So, you recently, left your job. You was working at a restaurant, and then you're not doing that no more.
Yeah.
So, how's that transition been?
It's been a struggle.
Yeah.
It's been a battle.
Uh-huh.
I would definitely say leaving my job was definitely a battle.
How long were you at your job?
6 years.
Okay.
6 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. So how I actually got in my job is after high school, I went to Norfolk State for business management, right? But I'm the type of person to where you have to challenge me for me to give it my all.
Yeah.
Right. Norfolk State didn't challenge me, not in the bad light, but it didn't challenge me.
Yeah.
And I feel like I want to learn business hands-on, right? So I got put on academic probation and got suspended after my 3rd year, and I decided that I wanted to get into a job to where I could work my way up into management and learn management hands-on. So that's how I found my
Where were you working
job. I'm a place called Abbas Global.
Okay.
It is a vendor company who my side, we were contracted with Apple.
Oh, okay.
So we did Apple Care over the phone.
Gotcha.
So with that, I was there for about a year and a half, and that's when I actually got promoted, and I was sent to Texas to help train another site, and then I came back and I became a manager after that.
Okay.
So I was there for a year and a half, then I was a manager for about 4.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, it's good that you brought that up, because a lot of people that were working day jobs, we never really talk about the things that we actually learned that were day jobs that we took away. So what is something that you took away from those 6 years that you applied to cooking with Boy?
Bruh, so I would definitely say my growth there, I did a complete 180 because I was very naturally an introverted person. But working the call centers, you got to talk to people all day long. Apple customer services definitely taught me how to, one, talk to people, and then from a management perspective, learn how to adapt to people. So customer service is, of course, going to be my foundation for cooking with Boy and teaching people how to not only talk to you, but adapt to you so that you can retain information that I'm telling you. Okay. So that way I can give you the best experience that you can have here.
Gotcha.
That's one thing that I definitely learned. Again, with Apple, it taught me policy and procedures.
Okay.
How to have that as a foundation as well. That way, if I'm creating it, I can't be able to do everything that the job needs. True. So I have to be able to set this in my policy that everyone is able to do what's need to be done to make sure that the job is getting done at the end of the day.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like something that I'm actually learning for myself, because like I said, I did customer service at a call center for 8 years.
8 years?
Yeah.
How'd you do it that long?
Barely. I was barely hanging on every year. Yeah. Like I did just enough so I wouldn't get fired.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, yo, this is not for me. Yeah. But one thing I did take away from that is, or that I'm taking away right now, is just the structure of a company. Like even as far as just me and my role as, customer service representative, like setting up like breaks times and stuff like that, or running reports and kind of figure out, like you said before, forecasting. Forecasting to see like, all right, so if December is my slow month, then and May is my busy month, then I need to kind of, do some things around that so they can make it an even bigger month so I can have money lined up.
Right.
So that's something I've been thinking about over these past couple of weeks, because right now I'm actually going through my slow months or slow season. So now I'm just trying to figure out, like, so what are the things I need to kind of put in place so I can be more productive, bring in more money and be less stressed out.
Right. I feel like, especially with us as small business, we have to operate like a big business. We have to, because, it was at your last event that somebody was talking about, as one person, you can't do every single job.
Right.
You have to bring people on to get that job done.
Right.
So if I'm bringing people on, of course, their role has to be established and their assignments have to be established. That way, again, the job gets done.
Yeah.
Everyone has a picture, is a part of the big picture.
Right.
Everyone has a role to get the big picture done.
And as the leaders or founders or CEOs or whatever it is of the company, you have to know what that big picture is.
Right.
And be able to explain it to the people underneath you, because otherwise they're just going to be doing whatever.
Absolutely.
And then nothing's going to get done.
Definitely.
All right, so before we wrap this up, the question, I don't think we really dived into the question I had before, but so what's the next move for you?
The next move again, so like I was explaining to you earlier, my goal has always been to do pop-ups. And with my pop-ups, I wanted to get my name out there, showcase that I still cook, learn marketing and network with people in the area. I met people like you. Then going to a food truck and going from a food truck to a brick and mortar.
Okay.
Before the food truck scene, there's something I picked up on, and with my wife as well, is catering. Like, catering is definitely a big business, especially in this area. So that's something that we're trying to hone in on, trying to get some trucks for catering, even a truck for doing a food truck.
Right.
So that's definitely our next goal, and to get into a brick and mortar.
All right, cool. So what we about to do now is we're gonna hop into a little quick video of Javon shut some shit up. So. What's on the horizon, and where can people find you at?
Like I said, on the horizon, we're going to continue to expand our catering business, as well as look into some food trucks, do food trucks. So be on the lookout, maybe in the next 6 months or so, for a food truck. So on Instagram, you can find me at cookingwithboyboy.llc, and cooking is without the G, and it's BOI on Instagram.
All right, cool. So once again, this is Shad Harris. You can find me over at Shad Harris on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff, as well as shadharris.com. And like I said, look out for a lot more content that I'm actually putting out. I really want to talk to like a lot of entrepreneurs and creators about their whole process. And this information isn't just for me, it's just for the people out there who want to come up or who are just trying to learn, who don't have role models, because a lot of people starting out, we don't have role models or mentors or how to do this. We just kind of hop out here. So these whole videos, these whole series is just to kind of highlight people who are doing it, and maybe, you know, you and I can learn some stuff along the way. So that is pretty much it. So we are out.